My name is Cherly Grieb. I'm the County Commissioner for District 4, which you guys are right in the center of District 4. And it's my pleasure this evening to assist with Imam Patel. We wanted to recognize individuals that have been instrumental in Osceola County and helping out in various ways. And so that's what tonight's about. Tonight's about recognition. You know, there's so many great individuals and great groups in Osceola County. And I always talk to people from outside the county, and they're amazed at the amount of coordination that we have among our nonprofits and the various groups in Osceola County. That's something we can be really proud of, because in other counties that doesn't happen. They don't work together like we see the coordination that we have here in Osceola County. So this is a tribute to each and every one of you for, again, for your dedication to the community. If I can have Congressman Darren Soto.
Well, welcome everybody. Wasn't that a wonderful presentation by Help Now? We all agree in our community that domestic violence cannot be accepted. And when you look at the history of it, there were times, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, and before then, where that was considered a domestic issue that law enforcement, that laws weren't written to address. And think of how far we've come. We accept and understand that that is wrong. And it is of public interest to make sure that no spouse is going to be hurt by another or another family member. And we have a lot of groups like we saw here tonight helping out with that. And we just recently in Congress were able to work to help out those who are victims of sexual assault in the military and making sure they're presented with all the resources that are available to them. One other topic I want to briefly discuss, and then we'll go to the award, is I just want to thank also Help Out Osceola, Mercy Foundation, others for helping put together a fantastic food pantry. Well, I'm honored to represent our community in the Congress and serve on the Agriculture Committee. I know it doesn't feel like it all the time when we're in the northern part of Osceola, because it's mostly suburbs, but just drive another 5 to 10 miles that way and it'll be cattle ranches as far as the eye can see and citrus groves. And we're the top cattle producing county in the state and have tremendous agriculture throughout the Central Florida area. And I'm proud because we finally were able to pass the Farm Bill that will make sure for another 5 years, food pantries, not only in Kissimmee and in Osceola, but across the United States will be funded for another 5 years. We're proud because our young people who get food, free and reduced lunch and breakfast at our schools will continue to have that program funded for another 5 years. Let's give a round of applause for United States Congress for doing the right thing. And so thank you everybody for all your support, and thank you again to our nonprofits who are really stepping up to get this job done. No child, no family should go hungry here in Kissimmee, here in Osceola, or throughout America. Thank you everyone.
So Congressman Soto, besides everything that he does for us up at the federal level, and of course was also at the state level, and he does a ton here locally. He was very instrumental in helping us establish the free clinic that we have here at Meridia. And starting somewhere about in March, we are also going to be having a food pantry the same day as the free clinic. We're working out all the details, getting all the paperwork done, so we expect that to happen in March. So Congressman Soto, present you with a certificate, acknowledgement of your achievement in establishing the free clinic and also the ACNA food pantry, and also for the Mercy Foundation.
We know the contributions of Commissioner Grieb all too well, but it's important to talk about it a little bit. We know that she's our commissioner here in the county, along with our city commissioner, Angela Edie. And I could tell you, being out everywhere all the time, trying to help out our community, Cheryl's always there. Whether it's we're blowing up balloons and having a family fun day here at Meridia, or we're establishing the healthcare clinic or eventually the food pantry, We know she works 24/7 for us while still having a busy business career. And so it really shows the dedication that she gives our community. And on behalf of the Mercy Foundation, we want to award you as well, Commissioner Grieb. Thank you for your service to our community.
We have quite a few to run through, so we're going to do that now as you're receiving your food. And again, this is on behalf of the Mercy Foundation. Again, various folks throughout the community. This one is to Sheriff Russ Gibson for the free clinic and the food pantry from the Mercy Foundation. Okay, next we have Lee Massey for hosting the Bridge the Gap events.
I'm going to let Chief Odell talk about it. We started Bridge the Gap about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and it's just an effort between the faith-based communities and law enforcement, public safety, inclusively to come together to discuss common issues amongst the community and how we can work as a team together to grow our efforts to ensure we are doing the best that we can possibly do for the people we serve. And then coming tonight, listening to the domestic violence issues, is just another one of those topics that the more we partner together between faith-based, public safety, elected officials, community as a whole, at the end of the day, we're all in this for the same effort and the same desired outcome. So I'm very honored and humbled by the presentation. And it's been very, very, very rewarding to me to watch Chief Odell, Sheriff Gibson and the Sheriff's Office, and Chief Collins from St. Cloud continue that initiative. So thank you for the award, and God bless each one of you.
And Chief Odell.
All right, now this side. Chief. Sorry.
Louis Damiani. And we were just talking a little earlier about the connections made and how you're now more involved in the community and the connections through Imam Patel and helping out the Victim Service Center.
Yes, thank you. It's a mutual love fest up here because of so many of the friends that we have in this room. And when I first opened the office for the Victim Service Center of Central Florida in Osceola County, and even though I had a lot of support from Chief Massey at the time, the other law enforcement people, we were still having trouble trying to get a foothold and really be able to provide some medical services. And I went to Commissioner Grieb and I said, can you help me get some doors open? And she said, well, have you met this guy, Imam Patel? And the next thing I know, she gave me his cell phone number, and he connected us to the community, which led to Dr. Ahmed becoming our medical director voluntarily and providing medications and just allowing us to really flourish here in Osceola County. So I should be giving you all the award, but I'm honored to be here and receive it tonight. Thank you.
Commissioner Angela Yee. And they're talking about seeing me and everything. When I'm there, I see Angela there. That's Armida.
I just want to say, Cheryl, thank you for all that you do for this area. Even though this is not annexed in the city yet, it's coming someday. Just be patient. And to the Help Now organization, that was a great in-service that you did because we could all learn from that. And also, by the way, that scenario was true, but it wasn't me because the man that hits me hasn't been born. So it's not me. But thank you anyways for what you have done.
And speaking of Help Now, Tammy Douglas. And I can't say enough about Tammy and her support staff and the group at Help Now. And they just purchased a building, by the way, in downtown Kissimmee. So they'll be not moving yet, summertime, fall. Yeah.
Anybody want soda? I got water too.
I just want to say what an amazing journey it's been, and the nonprofits and the government officials and people coming together in this community, coming together to do good things, and we really appreciate Imam Patel and all of the wonderful work that he's done. So thank you all for this, and thank you for allowing us to speak tonight. And I want to thank Aaliyah, Asma, and Evelyn for doing such a great job. They're wonderful people with wonderful hearts. So thank you.
And speaking of, Evelyn Herrera. Of course, it's you.
Thank you.
Good job.
And we have Asma. Okay. And my umbrella holder, James Napier. And speaking of photographer, Cherly Grieb. Teresa Castillo. Your new school board member. And you wouldn't mind taking Dr. Paces with you as well? And we could not have the free clinic if it was not for Dr. J. And I know you love what you do, and we love that you love it.
Thank you. Really, I'm really honored to be among all of you here today. I mean, you look at all these people who have devoted their life to helping other people. Thank you, Congressman Soto. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, everybody, for the help. Really, I'm here just to face of the organization. There are many, many hardworking people. I can tell you today we broke a record. In the Haines City office, we saw 17 patients. And this is our record. Before that, we were at 13. We actually had to turn some people away. But we said, come back, during the week, and we'll be happy to see you. Special thanks to Dr. Ahmed, who also looks like he's in many different organizations. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Razak, who's not here. We have one of our nurse practitioner, Mrs. Alafi, that also is the leader down in Haines City. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Charlie, for the advertisement. Thank you, Dr. Felton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And he mentioned Dr. Ahmed.
It is my pleasure to get this recognition, small token of appreciation. About 1.5 years back, Imam Patel just proposed that there is a need for a victim service center director to work as volunteers. I immediately said, Osceola is my home. I have come here, I will stay here, I want to serve this community. I immediately contacted Blue Union, and we are, for 1.5 years, we are every week, every month, we are doing some voluntary work for the victim service center. We have little problem here and there. Sometimes the medication, the victims need the medicine. That supply is not always there. There is some interruptions. It is just, a pharmacy or any medical manufacturing company, they can offer us like $50, $100 like that. So if medicines are there, the victims get more benefit. And this free clinic, it is with Dr. J. I'm very proud that we can serve this community and help this community, because this is my home. I'm going to stay here and give maximum to this community. Thank you.
Next, we want to recognize Shehzad Ahmed, local attorney who has helped with many immigration issues and such, and been to Congressman Soder's meetings. Again, thank you.
Hello? You can do this. No, I'm like, I done that with my opinion. I can take this water.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the recognition. I thank Imam Patel for his Bridge the Gap initiatives, and also for the officials and the community members who come together. In my immigration practice, I'm seeing some changes. I'm seeing the government closing up more, becoming more secretive, and that's never a good thing when the government closes up and becomes more secretive. So it's really good, and it's really beneficial to have these types of forums, events, when we all come together, the government officials come together. So I really appreciate this initiative. Thank you all very much. Also, thanks to my wife for enabling me to do the community service that I do. Thank you.
Next, we have Dean, who is currently the cameraman right now, and for all the social media and for all the camera work and everything that you have done. Thank you so much. And the behind the lens guy. And another pillar here locally in the community that you all well know, Pastor Holly. And then we also have, really for me, the woman who helps with everything here, oversees the center, helps with all these events, helps with everything. Whenever we call her and say, hey, is this date available? What is the community looking for? And she's always there to say, how can I help? But Tamika Holly, if you would come up. You know, it's those in the shadows sometimes that really get a lot of the work done, and we appreciate that. There are other awards that people weren't able to make it tonight, but again, thank all of you for being able to be here tonight. And really, I was saying earlier, if I had been thinking well enough, I would have brought something for the man who really is the shadow man and behind the scenes and has really helped put all of this together, Imam Patel.
Thank you very much. We have two events coming up which I would like to just remind everyone. One is on the 27th of January. We have an event with basically going to be at Apna Bazaar for the free clinic. Presentation will be made by Dr. J in front of all the doctors in different communities to show that how within 1 year in 3 counties, with voluntarily working hard to establish the free clinic in 3 counties and get more volunteers for this. So the 27th of January at 11 o'clock at Apna Bazaar OBT, all of you are invited, and if you have any suggestions, we really appreciate it. And also, the second thing is, we understand that in our community where we live, there's a lot of people that they file the tax return, and they basically have to pay a big amount of fees to people to file the taxes. So on the 2nd of February, we'll be doing free taxes here for this community and in Osceola County with a group of accountants that will volunteer their time and basically do free taxes over here on the 2nd of February. It will be from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we really appreciate everyone, whoever needs the taxes to be filed, they can come here and do them free. And in February, we are doing an education fair for Osceola County. STEM Educate. We have a tutoring center where we want especially the kids, the children from the underserved area to go to colleges, universities, get higher education. And with our experience, like within 2 years, one girl came from Venezuela and she enrolled in that program. That girl is now in Harvard. She was in Phillips type of high school, and just someone helping her and mentoring her, and now she ended up in Harvard. So we just want to help children who don't get opportunity, who don't understand the system, to get higher education. So we would like, especially that Terrace is going to put the health fair together, the education fair together, and we would like everyone in the community, once the dates will be fixed, she'll announce it, but we're going to do a joint venture to promote education in Osceola County and see how our children and how the next generation can become leaders of the community. So we would like everyone to spread this word out and assist us and support us. And we had our basketball event especially honoring our law enforcement, especially the KBD, the 2 officers which we lost. And we had a basketball event which was it brought all the community together, and it was a very loving and caring environment where we saw, and we got from the community, we said we could have it once a year. That was the feedback we got from everyone for 3-on-3. So we would like that also next year we'll host it, and we'll plan it ahead of time, much more organized. We just a bit very unorganized, we do last minute. So I would especially all the different representatives are here, just we apologize for that.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Imam Patel for sponsoring this tonight, and just take a look around the room and look at your brothers and look at your sisters, because that's what we all are. And the diversity in this room is immense. When they're talking about a sensitive subject such as battery, domestic violence, and it's like they said earlier, there's no call that's routine, I promise you that. And it is one of the most dangerous calls that a deputy or a police officer, firefighter can go to, because things can change just that quick. And that's why your Sheriff's Office, your Kissimmee Police Department, St. Cloud, we work collaboratively together to train every day so we can bring the best enforcement that we possibly can to our homes to make sure that you're protected. We call these folks survivors of domestic violence for a reason. Survivors, because just like that, they could lose their life. We never know when that survivor is going to get the courage to take the step that they need to get away from that toxic environment and break that chain of events, that circle that surrounds them, that they think it's almost impossible to break free from. But thank God tonight, we had some classes provided, give you some warning signs, how to maybe talk to these folks and empower them, just by letting them know, do you mind if I sit with you? Can I speak with you? Is it okay if I hold your hand while we talk? Allowing them to make those decisions allows them to have their life back, the ability to decide for themselves what's good for them and what's not. It starts right then and there with these folks. And together we can make a difference. So what a great thing putting on this class tonight. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me, and God bless, and Merry Christmas, and happy holidays.
Thank you, Sheriff. That's all I was going to end with. I mean, this is just great coming together. I mean, everyone here has a giving heart, and this is a giving season right now. So whenever you celebrate, have a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and also a very happy New Year, because we're coming into that New Year. Let's make it a great New Year. Thank you so much.